Okay, so when you go to when you have to write your thesis, what you have to do, right? So thesis writing is where you write all the details of your work, and remember, this is going to be the best archive of your work, right? Try to capture all the detail. And in a thesis, when you are writing your thesis, there will be a place for abstract, introduction, data and analytics technique, results and discussion, and conclusion. You can make a little bit changes here and there, but this is sort of a very general guideline you will see most of the thesis is following. Now, what do you do where? Abstract. Abstract is where you put a short summary, and abstract you should write in such a way so that you can generate interest. Because if you have a thesis of so many pages, if you do not generate enough interest, people are not going to read it. So abstract, you have to write it in such a way that it generates enough interest so that people keep reading. Next is the introduction, and in the introduction is all about building the foundation. That okay, this is the problem statement, these are similar type of problem statements, this type of problems are being addressed in this way, okay, and this are the previous work that are being tried to address this problem. So introduction is all about setting the foundation, right, so that people actually can get into, or basically immerse themselves into the whole subject matter now. After that, after you set up the stage with the problem statement in detail and everything, is the time when you have to talk about data and analytics technique, right? So you will do a lot of work when it comes to data, and with that you have to write what type of data, from where you got it, how you collect it, what you did, how you cleaned it, etc., etc. What are the challenges that you faced, and then you have to talk about the analytics part. Analytics part in the sense that okay, what analytics method you use, what type of data science or machine learning or statistical method you used there, how good is your approach, right? There you have to make sure that you compare with any other method if that's existing. Okay, if you have yourself tried 2 or 3 methods, right, how those methods compare, etc. Okay, and how it is actually helping you to answer your final question, okay, the final question that came from your end user. And here you will be using a lot of charts, plots, etc. because don't go and just dump the data there, right, paste all the data there, because the whole idea of analytics is not to put all the data but to distill out of the data and to bring the key insights. Okay, and finally come the conclusion part, where you have to write for your thesis, and this is all about wrapping up your work. So here you will say how you are able to address the problem of the user's problem with which we've started, what did not work, what else you could have done, what can be future work, etc. So thesis as such is generally written with all the details, so later if someone wants to continue with your work, they should be able to open up your thesis and they should go ahead and do. Not only that, together with thesis you should also archive your work in GitHub, and if you are writing your code, so that it's not only just in pages, you should also have other digital footprint of your work, like putting it as part of GitHub, etc. because if you do that, you definitely is going to attract a number of interest from number of recruiters, etc. as well, as people see that okay, you have a code in GitHub, okay, and you have a thesis attached with it, then people will have genuine interest to know more, right? So make sure that thesis is written as part of archiving. You also have your code in GitHub or other repositories. Now, this is about thesis, right? What else you have to do? You have to present, right? You also have to